So we're in our 2010 Generation 3 Prius, and we had a check engine light on, and it was talking about a problem with the MAF airflow sensor. And the mass airflow sensor sometimes can be cleaned. You can get this stuff, we'll put a link in the description below, get it from Amazon or the auto parts store, and you can just use this stuff to spray in on the sensor, and it should probably clear out the code. Also, having a new air filter can help. We'll put a link in the description below for this air filter. But a lot of times with the air filter, you can just shake it out and get the dust out, but we're going to go ahead and replace this while we're there. And because we've cleaned it already, but which did work, but then later we were still getting the code, I think it's time for a new one. You can get this from Toyota, is probably the best. Delphi is good also, and these are what the sensors look like. They're pretty small and easy to replace, but if they get dirty, that's when you get the problem. So when you get access to this, you're going to try and get the spray cleaner to spray in. Mainly you want to get this little guy right here. But we're going to go ahead and replace this today, so we'll go over how to do it. This is again on a Generation 3 2010. So we're going to go ahead and open up the trunk or the hood. So we can see this little guy actually lives right here, right? Have these orientation to be like this. Screw here and a screw here, a little connector, and that's all you got to do. But if you want to just do the air cleaner, you don't have to really do much disassembly. You can pop that one, you can lift this up. Enough to lift out your old air cleaner, slide it out. And you could, again, just whack it to get all the dust out, put it back in. In this case, we're going to go ahead and replace this one. Slide it in there. Let it sit down. Then you can put that back down and put those clips on. You got a new air cleaner in there. So if you want to do the part where you clean it with the spray, then all you got to do is take a Phillips head screwdriver and undo this screw right here. Let's do that next. Go ahead and undo this screw, loosen it. Okay, we should be able to get that boot off. Okay, take these off, lift up, there we go. Now we can see that boot's coming off, and now you can take your cleaner, you're going to spray in there. Shake it a little bit first. And that's probably all you got to do. Spray it a little more. I'm really trying to get into that area where my little finger is. So we're going to go ahead and replace this MAF airflow sensor. We're going to pull out on this little tab. Just going to pry out a little bit right there. I'm going to break it off. Loosen it. There we go. Okay. So we can see, just have to take out 2 Phillips head screws. Those are pretty small though. This is a Phillips 3 bit. Looks like a Phillips 1. Let's see if the 3 will even take them out. Maybe. Oh yeah, so even a 3 will work. Those guys out. Screws down there. We're going to just wiggle this one out. Some kind of wiggling and lifting. There's the old one. Yeah, you can see though that area that does the sensing. It looks pretty darn dirty. We'll do a comparison here. Just set this down for a sec. So here's the new one, and here is the original one. This is, again, this hasn't been changed since 2010. I don't know if you guys can see the detail. This is the new one, nice and clean, kind of a brassy look to it. This is the old one, pretty oxidized, a lot of dirt. But maybe with enough cleaner and maybe a very gentle brush, that might be enough to clean it where you don't even need this new one. But the new one looks good, looks like a good replica. We'll go ahead and add that back into the housing. So pretty easy to get it in there. Push it in. That's a little rubber seal. We just put those screws back in. Should just take you a few minutes to do this procedure. And I think we get that code just because it's not able to send a signal to the computer anymore because the sensor's just either worn out or dirty. I think usually it's just super dirty. The reason I got a new one, they're not very expensive, is that I did clean it and I was still getting a complaint, still getting the error code. So get those on. If I look, looks like that sensor could still go in maybe a little bit more. Alright, that looks good. So that little gold thing there, that's where you want to get your cleaner when you spray it. So if you take off that boot, you do have good access. We don't really have access through this way. Spraying in there wouldn't do you much good, but spraying in there would be great. Just focusing it that way would be good. Alright, so we're going to put this back together, and we got to make sure that this is hooked up right here. Took this boot off of this connector here so I could get a better access here. This usually would not come out. I think it just slipped out. And I'm going to squeeze in on this. Okay, that looks better. And put this back on. This one. This part of the boot back on there. Get that tight. Alright, we're going to put our electrical connector back onto the air sensor, the MAF air sensor. Click that on all the way. Nice click. Gonna feed that back into the boot. Line up that little notch there. Okay, we're gonna feed these back into their clips. That, push that down, nice and secure. Put these click these two back on. It's pretty good. And now we'll go ahead and tighten these two clamps. Alright, probably get another 13 years now out of that new sensor before we have trouble. So you got to make sure that this is pushed up into that boot, into that hose, and make sure your connectors are nice and tight. These are on tight, new air cleaner, so we should be in business. Okay, we're back in the Prius. Start it up. Alright, looking good. No more error code, cleared it, and should be working good. Everything checked out, back to normal. Watching our video, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance, and also click the little bell notification button so we can send you weekly videos on all the different ways of fixing appliances around your home and saving you lots of money. So thanks again for watching, and please also press the like button for our video if this was helpful to you. To contact me at the email listed below, which is scottthefixitguy@yahoo.com. Just want to give a shout out for our incredible channel members. Thank you so much for your membership and your support. Really enjoy helping you guys. Our first member, Jim Sanford, some 29 months now. Michael Rosa, Marlon Staggs, Elm Baker, who I know is Charlie. Get a chance to work with Charlie a lot. Phil Van Kirk, Ged Wildler, Roy Abreu, Mike Koss, Lori Litvin, Bob Gross, Henrik Kam, Susan Wolf, Keith Divel, David Allen, and a couple of businesses, Snap Fix Repair, JJ's Appliance Repair, and Elm Baker again, which is Charlie. He supports us on 2 of our different channels. Jennifer Crux, Michael Gibson, CTV1, Russell Cheney, and Ugo Girl Dallas, Elena Hogan, M&M Electro, DVA Ready, and Mark Ray. So thanks all of you for all your awesome support. I hope I can be of service to you guys whenever you have any questions about appliance repair. Please feel free to contact me. Thanks again, and we couldn't do it without you guys.